So now that the process is done, we can move on. To get to your model, I usually go to any of the images and then right click and look through. And here is the result of the photo alignment. You get a sparse point cloud. You can check your markers if they are detected properly with this button. As you can see, they will show up, and this looks all good. You can also check your cameras and if they aligned properly with that button. And you can see here that I took 3 swipes and 4 photos from the top. And this looks all perfectly aligned. If you see something weird here, you know that you had some problems with your photographs. So again, for the bottom side, all looks good there as well. Cameras, markers, perfect. So the next step is to tighten this bounding box as close to the object as possible. So you use these settings here to manipulate the region, and we will get it as close to the object as possible. And this will reduce processing time drastically for the next steps, because now we are going to use this point cloud to generate depth maps and to create a mesh. So let me rotate it a little bit. Perfect. Get it a bit up. And there we go, that looks good. I don't want to capture the marker disk. It's okay, most of the time it's okay if you cut off a little bit of the model, because the bottom of the model is not the most detailed anyway, and the other model is going to have the details from that side anyway, so don't worry if you cut out the bottom of the model. We will fix up this region as well. Let me rotate it a bit. Like that. Get that real close to the model. Okay. And that looks mostly good. You really don't have to go this finicky, it's just me being overly pedantic. This side is a bit too close for comfort. Let's extend it a bit. And I know that there is a way to customize the Metashape theme, and there is a way to make the region more visible. I'm really struggling with this dark theme, I cannot see it very well. But okay, I think we got the bounding box well. So now we are going to create another batch process. The previous steps are saved in this session. If you close Metashape, they will vanish. So we completed these two, so we are going to disable them. Now we are going to add build mesh, source data depth maps. So here you could do dense cloud if you choose to go over dense cloud. I forget it. I don't recommend it for this use case. High qualities, depth filtering mild. Yeah, mild is like, I use mild depth filtering 99% of the time, and it helps when you are working with transparent things. Then you can disable depth filtering so that your model doesn't end up with holes, because it's difficult to detect the object when it's transparent. So this is all the settings, and the next step, the next process is gonna be to build a texture. So I use all the default settings, and this texture is not gonna be the final one anyway. We are gonna use it to help us align the top and bottom models together. So it doesn't have to be the best quality. But I leave it at default. If you wanna save on resources and time, you can halve this quality and it's gonna be perfectly fine. So that's the next two steps we are gonna do, and we let it do its thing.